Looking good, MP. There he is.
And out on the floor, shaking off the pregame jitters, these guys getting from 2K Sports to everyone out there. Welcome and Happy New Year. Brian Anderson here, joined by Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. And here on New Year's Day, does some struggling team see this as a chance to hit the reset button?
Yeah, B.A. You know, when you're struggling, you're always looking for the reset button. There's no better excuse than January 1st. New year, new start.
And another home game for MP. Another opportunity for he and his squad to squash a quality team on their home floor. A matchup they haven't been quiet about wanting to win.
And with MP leading the way, they've been defending their turf. This is not an easy building for visiting teams to come into right now. The connection between this team and these fans has never been stronger.
Here are the starters for Oklahoma City. We've got Holland. Holmgren is out there with Williams. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Messi in at the 5, down low. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Hits the three-pointer.
And Shai has the answer with a 3 of his own.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. We talked about the challenges the defense faces when dealing with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He said once Shai gets under the arc, it's impossible to prevent a shot. He's too shifty, so we need to be ready to help off on the wings early and try and bump him out to the perimeter. Not easy to control the movements of Shai. Brian?
Thank you for that, Allie.
Good discipline on offense. Holmgren not hesitating to make the feed as soon as he sees the open man.
Down low. And Tatum, the bucket on the assist by MP.
And you couldn't have scripted a better start for them.
Well, Grant, you look up and down this Thunder roster. It is just loaded with winning players.
Yeah, B.A. Guys who are going to make the right play, defend their spot, move without the ball. I mean, they've built something special in OKC, piece by piece.
Here's MP, following the bucket by Oklahoma City. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Smith passes to MP. 5 to shoot. Now Sabonis. And here's Brown for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
And I love how Brown is never in a rush. So calm, even with the shot clock up against him.
Pass to Messi. Here's Holland, covered by MP. Over MP. The rebound by Jason Tatum. The Celtics have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Picked by Sabonis. To the paint. Kicks it out to MP. To the inside. Pass to Sabonis. Here's Brown. And that one's on target from the wing. Brown's got 5 points.
Even when Brown's shooting quickly, he's not rushing. He takes his time with his release.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And Boston with some changes. Toppin, he's checked in for Sabonis. Hawkins comes in for Tatum. And it's White in for Smith. Here's Holland. He's got 7. Picked by Messi. Here's Evans. Rebound Boston. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Oklahoma City squad.
Yeah, they were swept in this matchup last season, running against expectations.
Now here's MP. What a tremendous game he played against Portland. Since we have a chance, let's see the player of the week for the Western Conference. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
He's made himself the cornerstone of their offensive efforts recently, and he's providing for his squad in every regard on that end of the floor. Scoring, passing, picks, you name it, he's doing it.
Here's what Oklahoma City's going with right now. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Messi, and Topic is subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync.
Out of bounds, the Oklahoma City's ball. Boston making a...
Substitution on the court.
Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. There's a screen by Toppin. MP finds Toppin. MP outside. Here's Tatum. The kick out to White. Nice ball movement by Boston. 6 on the shot clock. Boston needs to get off a shot here. And a slam dunk by Toppin.
Wow, MP really learning how to run that pick and roll. That was nice.
Taking a look at the Thunder. We've got Jared McCain. He's out there with Topic. Williams is out there with Holmgren. And it's Evans in at the 4. Holmgren powers through traffic.
And the advantage he has is clear. Just taking what the defense gives him right there.
Tim, watching Chet Holmgren, he brings a lot to the table.
Well, absolutely, Brian. He's got a wingspan of 7.5 feet, but still has touch from deep. It's really something to marvel at. Chet is redefining what a stretch big can be in the NBA.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Trailblazers was tremendous. He dropped 56 points, and he was very efficient from the field. Truly, one of the most exceptional performances we've seen in recent memory. A monster night for him. Back to you.
Thanks, Allie. It really was some night for him. He couldn't have been much better, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., there was nothing they could do to contain him. Once he got rolling, it was game on.
Well, he did whatever he wanted. I love the fact that he was under control, yet very aggressive.
And that one's good. Topic.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
To the middle. Here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum with a throwdown.
Well, MP working the two-man game there and finds his teammate for an assist.
Pass to Topic. Holmgren with a screen on MP. Holmgren outside. Fires the 3. Boston with a rebound.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
MP outside. And here's White, covered by McCain. Inside. Oh, and a great bucket from Tatum. Taking the hit.
Strong pass there to set up the basket.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the first half of basketball. And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. A tough loss coming against San Antonio in their last game.
Yeah, I think they'd like to forget that game. You usually want to find some teaching moments, but in this case, it might be best to just destroy the tape.
Well, and the bottom line is they just had too many unfavorable matchups. They could never find a lineup that worked.
SGA passes to Williams. And another miss by Oklahoma City. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They'll be playing host to Houston for their next game. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand. Down low, Holmgren. Ooh, Holmgren fighting through contact.
Well, he may be slightly built, but Holmgren can absorb contact.
There's 37 seconds left in the second period. Smith outside. Here's Jamison. Down to 5 on the shot clock. MP on the take.
Yeah, MP was not going to waste that opportunity, showing everybody what he's capable of off the dribble.
Out to the wing. Holland for 3. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Holland's got 10 points.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Yeah, it's been a close matchup, which we expected, and this could very well come down to some big shots at the end.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Thunder out in front. They lead by a bucket. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Welcome, everybody, and a good half underway in this one. The Thunder battling it out tonight.
Well, you can't speed them up. They take care of that basketball and maximize the value of possessions.
Then why aren't they up?
And the next topic to touch on, a look at which players might be appearing in the upcoming dunk contest. And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back, everybody. Happy New Year's to all of you as we continue our broadcast. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum. Man, is he getting it done today.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum.